Good morning, everyone. We are Group Melbourne 15, and today we are presenting our cybersecurity implementation project for Portside Business College, specifically focusing on its finance department. This presentation covers the recent phishing incident, our refined security policy, risk and incident response plans, network auditing, and collaborative efforts made by our team to secure the college network system. A major cybersecurity threat we identified was phishing. In our scenario, a finance staff member received a deceptive email pretending to be from IT support. It contained a link that led to fake login page. The employee entered their credentials and which were then compromised. So we noticed three key red flags. The first one was it came from a suspicious domain. So the email came from at pbcservices.org rather than our official pbc.edu.au domain. So attackers often register lookalike addresses to fool users. So any small deviation is a major warning sign. And then the next one is it used urgent and pressuring language. The message pressured the recipient to act immediately by threatening account lockout. This is classic social engineering, creating panic to bypass critical thinking. Legitimate IT teams never demand instant action through fear. The last one is the URL did not match official college domains. This real world example highlights how human error and social engineering can lead to major breaches. So, although the text looked like a portal hovering over the link revealed bbcloginhelp.com, attackers use fake sites that mimic real ones to harvest credentials. So, these three red flags unfamiliar domain, urgent tone, and hidden link together gave clear warning. In our scenario, the staff member overlooked them and unknowingly exposed login credentials. To mitigate similar threats in the future, our team developed and refined a security policy specifically targeting IT-related communications. So this policy included sections on scope, standards for measuring, guidelines, and step-by-step procedures for verifying suspicious emails coming from suspicious domain. So we also stimulated a pre-review session where each member provided feedback. We did the following 3 points in order to get a good feedback. We clarified scope to include contractors, strengthening the non-compliant section, added reminders for multi-factor authentication and password hygiene. So this refinement made our policy more inclusive, clearer, and aligned with the best practices.
This is SHAFIYA KHATOON holding student ID LGB3093. Thank you, AYESHA, for handovering the topic. So I will be presenting risk management and incident response plans. So our job was to analyze the threats and put forward a plan to prevent and respond to security incidents effectively. So I'll be explaining the definition of risk management. So risk management in cybersecurity, it is a process of identifying, assessing, and also reducing threats to an organization digital assets. We also have prioritized critical assets and ranked them ranked the importance of them and applied security controls according to their ranks. Also, we have proposed countermeasures to prevent an organization from cyber attacks. In the further slide, as I have discussed in the previous slide, that we have ranked the key assets. So here are the assets of an organization, which are financial database, domain controller, and staff PCs. So financial database, we have ranked the importance high. The reason is it contains payroll and vendor data. The second one is the domain controller. It manages user logins and also network permissions. So it is also extremely important for system-wide security. Even staff computers also, although not high value individually, not that it is important, but not when compared to the other assets. So staff PCs, the importance is medium, not high value individually were considered, and we consider it as medium risk because they can serve as entry points for attacks if they are left unsecured. So by understanding what needed the most protection, we were able to plan where to apply strong controls. Critical data and responsibilities. Now, this slide explains the responsibilities of the organization. So, critical data, finance staff, IT team, and manager. These all have their own individual responsibilities. Like IT support team, it is responsible for detecting, isolating, and fixing the issue. Whereas the finance manager is obviously responsible for informing the upper management, and it also handles internal communication with the team. So finance staff, the responsibility of finance staff here is it must report any strange system behavior immediately and stop the affected device, the device whichever is affected. So this will be done by finance. This is the responsibility of finance staff. Now in the next slide, preventive measures have been taken. So to prevent threats before happening, we have recommended several countermeasures. First, quarterly training sessions, because quarterly training sessions on topics like phishing, secure password use, and safe browsing, this all builds a culture of awareness and reduces human error. So secondly, the need for strong technical controls like multi-factor authentication, which is MFA, multi-factor authentication, and regular password updates, especially on systems which contain financial information. Now, moving on to the next slide, which is incident response highlights. This plan outlines exactly what to do when a security incident occurs. So we created a detailed checklist for every device. In the network, we have main server and router, and we have 4 enterprise switches. So the goal here is to minimize the impact of any attack and recover operations as soon as possible. Then moving on to the next slide, which is communication process and review timeline. Here, there are few communication process and review timeline, which are a report via ticket, email, or hotline. So one of the important parts of incident response is communication. So we have set up a multi-layered communication system where staff report use staff report what does the staff report issues. Basically it issues using a secure internal ticket system, emergency email. Secondly, incidents are escalated in 3 levels, so starting with the help desk, then to the network team, and the third one is finally to the IT security manager and leadership team for serious breaches. If internal systems are compromised, we have in case if internal systems are compromised, we have backup methods like mobile phones and encrypted external email. So the all communication is logged and encrypted for security and compliance.
My name is WUTTIPORN SIRINATE. and my student ID is SSED3011. Today I will be presenting our recent update to the network security. This presentation will show the existing security setup on network device and highlight the improvement made to strengthen the network protection and management. Let's begin with the server. This image shows the DHCP service on HTTP and HTTPS enable, FTP and IP address. Next, we move to the PBC router. The PBC router original had some strong security, enable secure password sets, access control lists to control traffic, interface description of management, shut down all unused port, and basic IP setup. We improve this by adding service password encryption, console and VTY line protection, a login banner to display a security warning, and enable secure shell for secure management. The PBC Switch 1 already has shutdown and unused port, spanning tree protocol, and basic login control. We add the following enhancement: service password encryption, secure shell, and login banner, trunk mode on switch interconnection for security, and interface description. In PBC Switch 2, we found enable secure password, HTTP enable, and VTY login was active, but no password was set. Many interface from fast Ethernet 3 to 24 are not shut down. To address those issues, we shut down all unused interface, security VTY and console, enable secure shell and login banner, config trunk mode for switch interconnection, and add port security on end user. On PBC Switch 3, has some HTTP config and port security on end device, and VTY login enable, but no passwords. We made several key changes on this: enable password encryption and set password, active secure shell and login banner, shut down unused port, and enable trunk mode for uplink to switch. In PBC Switch 4, had a better starting point with HTTP config, console, and VTY password. VLAN 1 disabled. However, more advanced protection was still missing. We enhanced secure shell with strong password, turning on password encryption, adding a login banner, shutting down unused port, and enforcing port security on all end user ports. Here is a secure shell connectivity test result from end user. And here is group contribution table. Thank you for your attention.